Hey, what's up? So in this video, I'm going to share with you guys the perfect campaign structure to launch. I was totally on the wrong slide, ignore that. I was drinking some water. But the perfect campaign structure to launch when you're running YouTube ads, okay? So forget everything you know about advertising with Facebook. If you've joined this course from Facebook, I'm going to take you and just show you what the best two different options to start your campaigns with from the very beginning are to launch your YouTube ad campaigns. The first is the 5x5 method, okay? So this is 5 campaigns, campaign number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, each with one specific ad group in each of those campaigns. Ad group number 1 is in campaign number 1, and then ad group number 2 is in campaign number 2, because we don't do ad sets. It's called ad groups. Same exact thing, just a different name. Obviously they can't call it ad sets, because if Google did, then they'd get copyrighted by Facebook. If Facebook called it ad groups, they'd get copyrighted by, Google. Ad group number 4 goes in campaign number 4. Ad group number 5 goes in campaign number 5. And in each of those campaigns and in each of those ad groups is only one specific targeting method, okay? We're going to be using one targeting source or targeting method per campaign. And in each of those campaigns is all of your video ads to start. I recommend starting with at least 3 different video ads, because that's just the perfect amount of number of ads to test somewhat evenly. Although I will warn you that when you're launching your campaigns, you will notice that ads for whatever reason don't spend evenly like they can and you can select with GDN ads or Google search ads. These just kind of rotate at random, and basically Google finds the ad that it thinks people are responding to more, okay, which makes your life easier. So the pros to this 5x5 method with 5 campaigns, each with one specific targeting method in each of those campaigns, and all of the ads in each of those campaigns to test evenly or to spend at the same time to see which one optimizes for conversions faster that Google favors. The pros to this is it's easier to manage because it's only 5 campaigns, okay? And the other pro to it is that it's accumulating data a lot faster, because you're using one keyword, but you're also using all 3 ads. And you're kind of letting Google optimize for your specific conversion action with whatever bidding strategy you choose. Obviously, if you're going to choose max conversions, it's going to give you as many conversions as possible with your ads and your targeting that you select. If you choose for target CPA bidding, you're going to be able to optimize for your conversions at that specific price that you want to pay. Now, when you first launch these, it could take a little bit to spend, maybe 24, 48, even 72 hours. But by day 3 or 4, you should have some data, and the campaign should be spending. So the cons with this 5x5 method is that the ads, like I said, won't spend evenly, because Google will favor one of your ads, and typically the other ones will have less than 1/3 and even less than 1/3 of that ad spend of the ad it's favoring. So for example, if you have a budget of each campaign for $25 a day, chances are one campaign will spend about 15, the second campaign will spend about 5, the third one will spend about maybe $1, right? If that, maybe a couple cents, because Google will favor one ad evenly. And so, you're kind of letting Google optimize for your campaigns, for your offer, for you, which I like and I'm more aggressive with. Sorry, there's a big FedEx truck passing by, ignore that, and I'm going to keep going. So the reason why I like this is because it's a little bit more aggressive. You can scale faster and you can get a lot of data faster, especially with the clients we work with. They're usually spending about $250 a day. I recommend at least $100 a day for your budget to start, just because it's about $3,000 in a month. And if you're selling a course or a service or a product for like $19, and I would recommend starting with that, right? If you want to be more aggressive, go a little bit higher, but nothing less than $100 a day would be my recommendation, because, like, let's say your example, well, we're not going to get into the budget too much here, but for now, the 5x5 method, one campaign, one ad group, one targeting method, and then all 3 ads, okay? So each of these would be different targeting methods, but they'd be the same ads. Next is, so this is what the 5x5 method looks like, for example. So for example, in campaign number 1, we have ad group number 1, and then we're retargeting people on our website or our pages. For example, website visitors, anyone that's landed on your sales page, your opt-in pages, right? You put them all into this campaign, and kind of, if you have a ton of audiences, it might get a little dicey, but if you have like 1, 2, or 3 where it's like your sales page, people go into your opt-in page, people go into your checkout page but not ordering, those are the people you would want to start off with, because it's retargeting, right? Those are your lowest hanging fruit first. And so you'd put a couple of them in there. I never recommend more than 5 targeting methods per campaign. So for example, if it's retargeting, you'd have your sales page, maybe your opt-in page, maybe if it's a webinar, you have your webinar room, your order page, and then maybe anyone who's landed on your website organically, right? And you'd send them back to your webinar page to register or to buy, whatever you want to do. So retargeting is always number one, because you want to start off with the lowest hanging fruit first. And then you have all 3 of the ads that you start off with. Like I said, I never recommend more than less than 2 video ads. If you only have 2, okay, but get 1 more, you know? Next, in campaign number 2 is going to be ad group number 2. And this is going to be targeting YouTube channel. So for example, if you have a YouTube channel with over 10,000 subscribers, then you can go ahead and remarket to your YouTube channel. So your subscribers, your likers, anyone who's liked a video from you, anyone who's shared a video from you, anyone who's commented on a video from you, you'd want to target them in this campaign right here. And then you'd have all 3 of the ads again. And then campaign number 3 would be ad group number 3, and then YouTube channel video viewers, because video viewers, especially if you have a big channel, those are a lot of people, right? Like sometimes those lists are over 1 million people if you have a really good YouTube channel. And so you want to put them in a different campaign, because think about it. Your YouTube channel subscribers, people who have liked a video of yours, people who have shared a video of yours and commented on a video of yours, are more likely to engage with an advertisement of yours because it's from you. They like your content, they're sharing your content, they're commenting on your content, and they're subscribed to your channel. Those people would be more qualified, in my personal opinion, and from my experience with running ads for 3 years now on YouTube and spending $6 million, humble brag right there. Those people are more qualified. So you separate the video viewers out from that campaign and you put it in campaign number 3, because people that have viewed your videos, you know, they got to watch a couple of them to subscribe, and they got to like you enough, and they're kind of a little bit of a different marketplace. But if you can get video viewers to work, you're going to scale pretty quickly if that's a big audience. Next, for example, in campaign number 4 would be video placement. So this would be a campaign where you download all of the videos related to certain keywords about your product, your service, and your offer using a TubeSift software like I show you in one of the next videos. And you download all of those videos and you put them in this campaign. I never recommend more than 50, especially if they're really big, most viewed videos, and especially if they're going viral, because the same thing will happen like I showed you in this for the ads. The more targeting methods you have in a campaign, the easier it is for one of those targeting methods, just like the ads, to take off and the other ones don't get any spend. So for video placements, I recommend usually 50 or less, because one of those videos might be a very popular video and then it might just kind of keep spending. The other ones will have a little bit harder time to spending. So next is keywords. So keywords would be the same thing. I never recommend more than 5 keywords, usually 3 to 5, especially if they're broad, highly searched keywords, just like video placements. So you can see there's a trend here, right? 5x5 method is one targeting method in each of the campaigns, but you want to limit the amount of targetings in that sub-targeting, for example. So I'll show you guys what I mean by that in the next video, or in the next few sections. So for example, like keywords, you know, keywords would be the way, like keywords would be if you're running a workout product and it's for men who want to lose belly fat in 30 days or less at home, then you would type in keywords such as for men who want to lose belly fat in 30 days or less, or at home workout for men who want to lose belly fat, right? Kind of keywords like that. They're more specific, but you want to keep them to like 3 or 5 per campaign, because if you spend a lot of money, then the keywords that will be more searched will take over. Okay, so that's the 5x5 method. Next is the 15x15 method, okay? And what this is it's a similar setup to the 5x5 method, but it's triple the amount of campaigns. Instead of one campaign for targeting, you have 3 different campaigns. For example, you start off with 3 different ads. You have each of the ad in its own separate campaign, so that way they can spend evenly. So for example, in this one you have all 3 ads. In the 5x5 you have all 3 ads just stuffed in there. In the 15x15 you separate each individual video ad out by campaign, so that way you can have the ads spend evenly, okay? And a lot of people will ask, well, won't the campaigns compete against each other? In my experience and from what I've learned from Google support and having multiple reps and managing multiple accounts, they all told me that your campaigns will not cannibalize and compete with each other, because you're splitting them out and they're under the same account. The account's not going to kind of compete with itself, right? So that's what I've learned. And so this works because you can actually have the ads spend evenly. For example, the pros, the ads spend evenly. You can bid, for example, if your budget's only $100 a day, you have to obviously work with lesser budgets, but you can at least give $5 per each campaign, right? Or what is that? $100 times 15, or divided by 15. You can tell I'm really good with math. and I manage a lot of it, but I can't do basic math. No, I'm just kidding. It's $6 per campaign. So each campaign $6 instead of 25, but that gives you $6 to spend on your campaigns and your specific ads. So you have a lot more control from the start, because if you know that one ad is performing the others, you can see which one's resonating more with that target audience compared to the other ones, right? And so you can double down on that specific ad and make a better ad if you find a targeting method that ad and that campaign's converting at, right? So for example, if ad number 1 takes off, ad number 2 and 3 are just doing crap, you can just duplicate the same thing you did with ad number 1, make a similar ad, and see if it actually converts higher with that specific targeting. That makes sense? The cons is it's more campaigns to manage. As you can see, you do 1, 2, and 3 for all 3 ads, so now that's twice, triple as many campaigns. So you repeat the same thing, and it looks like this. Campaign number 1, ad group number 1, retargeting website visitors, ad number 1. Campaign number 2, oops, this is what I didn't do. Basically, campaign number 2, ad group number 2, ad group number 2, oops, actually, I guess you could just leave it campaign number 1, because it's all the same thing. Yeah, I don't know why I just started doing that. Ignore that. Keep that all the same, because it's all the same targeting under those campaigns. I just had a brain fart there. Anyways, the point is that each ad is split up by the campaign. So for campaign number 1, you're targeting website visitors, you're using retargeting methods on your sales page, opt-in page, webinar pages, whatever, getting them back to buy. Then you split out the ads by the campaigns, and you just keep them the same. Okay, so it's more campaigns, but the pros is it's a lot easier to control, but it's a lot more to manage as well. So this is more like hyper-targeted, so you can really know which ads are converting the best. This one's more aggressive. This one, 5x5, is more like, hey, let's get some data real quick. Let's see what's working. Let's let Google optimize, which is what we use to start.